Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis of oil, natural gas, and solar. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use this as advice. We'll go right into the charts, give you my opinion on what I'm seeing. Here we go. So here is West Texas Intermediate crude. We are seeing the selling pressure, big bearish engulfing pattern right here. We didn't have any buying pressure to come in, and it sold off today. So I do think that we are going to see a sell-off still. I don't see any reversal pattern. You kind of draw this in. We've got kind of a structure that looks like that. And we might come down to the bottom here. We'll see what happens. We've got support through here. And we may kind of tag it somewhere in this range, in the $75 range. That's kind of my guess for crude. Looking at natural gas, we do have weakness here, strong selling pressure, no buying pressure in relationship to the selling pressure. We are probably going to head lower here in the short term. We do have support here at 480 or so, but we could break through that pretty easily. So it seems, pretty obvious that these would start to pull back. SM Energy's in pullback mode in the short term. CDEV, I think, it's still holding strong, but it's got some selling pressure. CPE is selling off some. Whenever you see this pattern here, when you see this, that guy right there, that red down day, and then you see the small buying pressure coming up, that's selling pressure coming back down. So more than likely, this is going to head a little bit lower here, and it closed strong too, so it's probably going to continue in the short term. TEL, this could head lower too. I'm starting to see some selling pressure through here, and the buyers are not coming and stepping in to push it higher, so this could head lower. We are at support. Now this one's the exact opposite. This thing looks fantastic, guys. And then what makes this different is it's an exploration company. So it depends a lot on exploration. So if you come through here, it's like somewhere in this range there, right, coming through. And you get big buying pressure. Small selling pressure on the down days, big buying pressure on the up days. The volume is raised. We came back down and sold off. We have a big up day right there. And 3 little down days here on support. We've got support coming across through here underneath us. Man, this is probably going to resolve higher. And I did buy some more RECAF today. $4.99 sounds good to me. That one looks like an excellent chart pattern setup. Absolutely excellent here. This is exactly what I look for in a move. A big buying pressure under volume, and then a slow leak off of sellers going right back to the support line that it broke out of on a retest. That right there is where I go in. I would enter it today, which I did. More so than what I did before. Looking at Sandridge, we still are holding on to support, but again, we could see some downward pressure if oil and gas go down. We do have this bearish engulfing pattern here. We have a bullish engulfing here. It's fighting back and forth. Crew Energy looks pretty good. It's just been moving sideways. I don't suspect this to move on up if we're selling off in oil and natural gas, but it looks strong. Now, looking at solar looks strong as well. We've got big buying pressure, small selling pressure. That's the characteristics I like to see. On the buying pressure, we've got bigger volume, selling pressure, lower volume. So I think this will resolve upward with time. Beam's getting a little bit off the hook here. Looks like we got some selling pressure. Let's see if it finds some support where it's at down here. SunPower still looks good. Small selling pressure all through the right-hand side. Big buying pressure coming up. Small volume on the sell-off. I think this will continue higher. We're going to be coming to support at about 30 bucks. Sunworks is still in this downtrend. Still trending lower. We got to break to the upside for this, for me to get really bullish. And SOL looks like it's taken a detour. Didn't like this pressure up here. It's selling off a little bit. We've got some support coming through right below it. Maybe $8, a little bit below $8. Fuel cell, what I'm seeing here, I mean, it still looks okay. I'm just trying to see, is this kind of a small little, ascending wedge that we're going to break to the downside, but small volume down here and 2 small little down days. So it looks like it's hanging on. Maybe we can move on up. But usually the ascending wedge patterns break to the downside, usually. And then plug power looks okay. We're still above support at about 35. I don't see anything too crazy over here. It's kind of just fighting back and forth between the buyers and the sellers. So that's what I have for the day today. Oil still looks, pullback mode. Natural gas looks kind of weak. RECAF, I know they're going to release some 2D seismic results in the beginning of December, I believe. To me, maybe people know what's going on, but the big buying pressure, the breakthrough the downtrend line, the small sell-off like that to me smells like it's going to go higher. So I bought a little bit more. I'm kind of overweighted in it now, but RECAF looks, from a chart perspective, is exactly what I look for. I look for big, strong buying pressure, a break through the downtrend, a small little pullback, and that's when it launches. Like a big short squeeze is about to come. And usually what happens is information gets leaked from the company, maybe insiders, or maybe not insiders, but people that work for the company, who are involved with the company, who know the company, maybe the ones who do the analysis of the company. They're like, man, this is really good. And then they go buy shares. We can see it in the purchasing on the charts, but someone's buying it. That's why you get the big buying pressure and the small leak off of sellers. Lots of support there. There's support right underneath it. I mean, I threw some more money down in it, so we'll see what happens. But that one looks excellent from a charting perspective, RECAF. They do have a lawsuit against them. I think it's the short sellers that are getting squeezed. They lost a bunch of money on the upside. They're saying that they gave out false information. That's probably up for debate. And what's going to happen here is, if this pattern resolves itself and it starts another short squeeze, they're going to have to do another lawsuit on them, because they're going to lose a whole bunch more money again. That's what it looks like to me by looking at that pattern. So I'm taking the bet on the opposite side of the shorts. I hope that we squeeze the living what out of them to the upside. And when you have that many shorts, that's how a short squeeze happens. You take the opposite bet. If you see that buying pressure, just like I'm seeing, they're going to get squeezed to heck, hopefully, here very shortly. If you guys like this analysis, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.